Hi, I'm Ian. I'm head of operations here at MFNY. We've heard some concerns, some complaints with regards to our pre-rolls and the experience that different people have been having with them. So I just wanted to do a quick tutorial here and talk about the pre-roll and how to, most importantly, get it started successfully so that you have an enjoyable experience. So first off, some of you have noticed that we've deviated away from the traditional cone-style pre-roll that most consumers are pretty used to at this point. We changed for a number of reasons to a more cylindrical cigarette style. So the first thing to know is that the end is open, it's not closed like our cones were. So because of that fact, we tend to make sure the end of the joint is packed a little bit tighter. So that is actually true. And that's in order to keep the product in place so that we're not spilling flour all over the container as it's in transit, as it's being handled in the stores. The second is around the base, like with our pre-roll, any joint in general, like you definitely want to, before you smoke it, gently roll it in your fingers just to kind of get it loosened up, especially around the base, right where the crutch or the filter is. If you are familiar with our bagel holes and how to light them, it's a similar experience for our pre-roll. Our pre-roll is, you got about 20% added oil here, and so the material is heavier, it's a little bit denser, it takes a little bit more to get going. You can't just light it and rip it, you have to treat it almost like a cigar, or similarly our bagel holes. You really have to work on getting a nice hot cherry, even rotating it around quite a bit, and get it nice and hot. Almost like take the first couple pulls, they're gonna be a little tight. Like you have to stoke the fire and get it going. But once you do all those steps, it should be ripping pretty hard, past the 10-15% mark. Yeah, so the flour is infused with the same oil that you see in our batter. And we do this with a proprietary methodology, but it's a very even distribution of the oil. It doesn't really clump up. We get a nice even spread across all the flour material. That flour material ends up being denser than normal flour material, and so it has a feel similar to like almost kinetic sand compared to what you would normally expect from ground flour. But all those factors actually contribute to really having to focus and make sure you light the pre-roll correctly to start it. So after you've done kind of rolling the base of the pre-roll around and you feel like the flour's gotten pliable and is loosened up and ready to light, take your lighter. It doesn't have to be anything special other than your normal Bic or flick lighter. And you want to gently dance the end of the pre-roll into that flame and try to get an even burn going. You don't want to hit the pre-roll yet at this point. You really want to focus on getting a nice glowing cherry ember at the end of the joint prior to really starting to pull. If you like this video, drop us a like and follow our YouTube channel.